What's going on, guys? My name is Jackson Hunter. With me tonight, we have Craigscoinpurse. Craig, how you doing, brother?
Yo, buddy. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you, Jackson. Thanks for having me on, man. First time streaming with you. So yeah, should be a blast, dude. How's life? How's trading? How's everything?
Man, you know what? I was feeling a little bit down earlier today, a little bit uncertain about things, but I thought it out. I made a plan and pivoted. And I think that's not only important in crypto, it's important just in anything that you do. When you see the path is kind of closing off, you got to figure out other things. And I did a bit of that today, and I'm feeling like really optimistic about the future.
Yeah. Were you sort of looking more at the portfolio, were you? Like the altcoins and the meme coins and things like that?
Right, man. Right. Because, I think we all had a picture of how this cycle would go. And I think most of us would be lying to ourselves if we said it was going to plan, you know?
Yeah, dude. No, it's taken some fucking turns, man. No, I've
You
had to
know,
pivot several times.
pivot, man.
Yeah.
Pivot.
I mean, last
Uh
cycle there wasn't runes and ordinals for one, man. So, and I mean, last cycle Ethereum was the darling, and this cycle it's Solana, which has taken a few people a little bit to get their head around.
oh, we're live now. I
Yeah,
just want to
bro,
make
we're out
sure.
there.
I haven't done this in a few months, so
Yeah, no, we're live. We're live. Where am
let me
I?
share it to my
I don't
I'm
know
gonna
how
share
many
it to my
people would jump in
Telegram.
because of the time. Um, oh
Oh,
no,
it's
there's,
perfect time,
there's
Craig.
there's there's people in mine. There's people in my group already. Let's go. Um, but yeah, man, no, the markets. You know what? The market at the moment is sort of reminding me a bit of what it was like in March 24 when it crabbed sideways for 7 months. When it just went through
Last
that
year?
chop, that chop for about 7 months, and everyone got really frustrated, and
Yeah.
a few people thought, oh, I mean, what was the all time high at the top of the chop? 73K. So there was people out there going 73K might be the top this time, you know what I mean? And because it chopped for 7 months, man. So that's a long time for people to believe, even though people think they believe. I don't know how many percentage wise on the timeline actually believe, or maybe not believe, actually have an understanding of the market, how it operates, and
Right.
what data points you can track to actually see where you are. And I'm not saying I know everything, but it kind of, yeah, the timeline's a bit wild to me sometimes out there.
Well, I just kept it simple and I've just been bullish the entire time. Until I hit my
Yeah,
goals,
man.
it's not over, man.
No, I've been bullish since February 21 when I came in, man. So look, everyone has just jumped in. Hey guys, thanks for jumping in. I don't normally stream at this time, so this will be a bit weird for a few people out there. I'm normally on a little bit earlier my time. I'm in Australia at the moment. So what am I? I'm 3:30 p.m. at the moment. So Friday I am. And you're Jackson, you're Thursday night, are you?
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah, what's it like 9:30, 9:30?
Yeah, 9:26.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, hello, evening to America. I normally see you in the morning. This is a bit weird. What's up? What's up? Yeah, man. So, first time streaming with Jackson. Jackson and I was sort of reached out to each other. I got a new computer as I've shilled the shit out of, and said I want to get more into the streaming and things like that.
I
So,
basically begged Craig to come on. Tell the truth, Craig. Come on.
so yeah, so here I am, man, and the new computer's handling this like a fucking dream. So that's nice. Um,
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's kicking ass. I got a One Piece background. My son loves One Piece. I thought I didn't have anything else ready to go, so I slapped that on. But no, nice to be here. And probably, and I thought another good thing with streaming with you was it's a different time zone. Well, a completely like this is a good, oh man, 8 hours after I normally stream. So there's a whole bunch of people I'm sure that can't catch me and you on the other. They can maybe get us on this one. So it might be nice to get in front of some people that perhaps I don't normally get the chance to get in front of.
Yeah, right on, man. And I'm just starting out my live streaming journey with crypto, so we'll see how it goes. I think
Yeah,
next
there's
week I'm
some
going to be
video.
doing 12 to 4 p.m. my time. That would be like the morning for you, I believe. But no, man. Yeah, I just wanted to chat and yeah, for everybody watching, thank you for tuning in. I think I found Craig on Twitter. Like he posted a video. I got one up right here, one of his Memecoin Trenches rants. And
This is just
I resonated with the energy of it so much. I forget, this was like a few months ago, I think. And, you know, I resonate with real people, man. And Craig is like, you can tell he's very authentic and he cares about people. And I just wanted to connect and see, you know, what we could get done, you know, how much fun we could have.
Yeah, man. Look, the space, it's a kind of an interesting space, crypto. You sort of go through here and you sort of probably takes a little while to figure out who you're going to vibe with, and maybe not only vibe, man, but perhaps who's here for what reasons. I was going to say the right reasons, but that's kind of a blurred line at the moment with with what's going on the timeline at the moment with a few influencers doing a bit of cheeky shit by the looks of things. But, we've all got different morals, and I think it probably takes a little bit for everyone to kind of suss out who everybody is.
Right.
Hopefully people think I'm all right and I'm not here to just bleed the place dry. I'm certainly here to make money, but I definitely want others to make it with me. I don't want to do it alone. That's not what I'm about.
Well, dude, there's just so much opportunity. That's something that I try and harp on when I go on spaces or whatever. Like, and I try and tell my people on my Telegram, like, there's more than enough money to go around, first of all. And you don't only have to trade. Like, I love trading. You know, I'm a bit addicted to it. Like, I'm an addict in real life, like X. So I get obsessed with things, right? I love charts. I fucking love it. But you don't only have to trade. You can create artwork. You can be a community hype person. You can facilitate the growth of communities. You can do development work. You can do content creation like we're doing. There's 9,000 ways to skin a cat. And this has been coming up in my head recently where I think a lot of people were like, I need a bull run for my conviction bags to go up so I hit X amount of money. And it's like, dude, you can get it without up only mode. You don't have to wait for up only mode for you to hit your goals and for you to have fun and for you to enjoy your time here. So I want to remind everybody that, like, you don't have to fucking buy pump funds to like hit your financial goal. There's other ways to do it.
That's exactly right, man. And
I personally believe pump fund is a net negative in the space, and I think I'll hold that belief for a long time. You know, I think everybody has their own opinion on it, but the way that it just completely eviscerated the barrier of entry, now there was already a trust issue in crypto, but now it's like, dude, I have no idea who's behind it, and it's like it's such a higher magnitude of gambling than it was before, and it already was. So
yeah, totally agree. I mean, one of the biggest changes that's happened is before to launch a token, at least you needed a dev, right?
You need at least like a couple $1,000, a plan.
You needed to create a liquidity pool. You needed probably an 1 ETH maybe or something like that to have the liquidity to launch it. You'd have a marketing plan. You'd have a website made. You'd have a Telegram. You'd have the mods.
You'd have 5 or 10 guys at least.
Yeah, because I've been asked to do those things before, and in the past, I've had people that needed websites made. I didn't make them, but I referred them on to people who make it. So I know what used to go in the back end of making these coins,
right?
And there was work, man. there was days of work. And put it this way: if the coin launched and it went badly, you got fucked as a dev. You lost money, right? Now, so
even if it goes well, sometimes you lose money.
Yeah, but you incentivize probably to at least get it above 100K.
100,
to even kind of break even back then. Now you've got these guys on pump fund launching, bro. You don't need anything,
dog.
It's like I can jump on there now and launch a coin, right? Like, I had a coin. Someone put one up. Someone created one of me the other day, and they did it through X. You can type a command in X, and it makes it for you.
Wow.
Yeah, bro. I didn't graduate because I didn't shill it because I was like, nah, fuck, I'm not gonna get it to graduate. Because I think it has to hit what does it have to hit to graduate? 75K from Pump Fund or something? I can't remember.
It's like 89K or
Is it?
79K.
Yeah. So this mate of mine said, "Watch this. I'll show you how easy it is." And he just wrote a command on X, tagged me, and said, "Make a coin." And he did the dollar sign, the ticker. And lo and behold, it replied back in about an hour later and had made it.
Wow.
So that was from a command line in X, one line, about
I
5
didn't
words.
I didn't realize we had that technology yet.
So, like, just that there, that's horrific, man.
Dude.
Like, and you said we had trust issues before, and that's exactly right. Because the thing was before, you you could almost you could find out who devs were sometimes. And what I mean by that is what was really useful was finding out which dev had made something and then they'd make something else. Sorry,
Right.
I guess what I'm trying to say is devs made less coins.
Right.
So now if you find a dev, he's probably made 1,000, dude. And he's probably 998 went to zero immediately and 2 might have gone to 200K, right?
Right. Right.
Versus finding a dev a year ago or 2 years ago, you'd speak to a dev and this is not how it goes, guys, but I'm just going to throw names. He's going to go, yeah, I was the dev for Pepe, and then I did this, and this is my third. And you'd be like,
Right.
okay, well, this guy only does 3 every 2 years. He probably wants this to go pretty well, right? Versus a dev now can pump out 1,000 a day. So now what devs are doing is instead of putting all your effort into one coin, you're better off just launching 1,000 coins and letting one of them hit. It's way less effort.
Right.
The problem is for the consumer out there, how do you pick the one out of 1,000?
Right.
How,
Right.
like that's called luck.
Right.
Like I'm all for gambling, but I've got to, I like gambling. I love the dopamine hit, but I'm also very aware that my money made in this space will be from calculated, educated, well-researched risks, which
Right.
most of that will come from spot buys and Bitcoin swing trading. That's my game. I like that. It's quite safe. You can get 3 to 5x every bull run, go into the bear, and you can sort of 9x it from there. You do that 3 times, man. You do the numbers 9 times 9 times 9. You don't, or 6 times 6 times 6. You don't need a lot of money to start with to end up with a lot at the end.
Right.
And I think everybody listening here can probably back themselves to do a 3x on Bitcoin from bottom to top.
Right.
Like
Yep. Yep.
I don't think that's too much to ask, or maybe a 2x if you're a bit retarded. For lack of a better word. But I think that's going to do 99.9% of the people a lot better here than jumping on pump funds, man.
Right, man. Yeah. And I
But
think,
don't get me wrong, I love a pump fund bet, man. I'm all about it. But it's got to be a certain allocation of your portfolio, not all of it.
no, dude. And I think what happened was it was such a smooth transition it went from Ethereum to in like fall of 2023. And then it went to Solana, and then it went to Pump Fund, which is on Solana. But I think like people were trading Pump Fund the same way they would trade like originally launched, like old school launch tokens.
Exactly right. We were. Yeah, I was in the trenches. We traded just the same, and then it changed, man, real quick.
And dude, I was doing the same thing. I would throw like for instance, I bought Biscuits the seal. It was a viral seal a few months ago.
Yeah,
and I bought that on Pump Fund at 50K. I threw $1,000 at it because the person who shilled it to me, he has a good track record. He hits like 8 out of 10 times solid plays. So I threw $1,000 at it, and I got lucky on that one. See, that's the thing. A lot of traders won't admit that they got lucky, and they're just full of it, dude. Like I'll tell you right now, some of my biggest wins, I was just in the right place at the right. I was on my couch playing Xbox. It was like almost midnight, and one of my this is how I get like my best plays, by the way, to anybody watching. Some of them. One of my follower he just types the CA and he goes, "I'd buy that." It was really just short and sweet. And I took a look at it. It looked original, looked unique. Threw $1,000 at it. It was at 5 million in 48 hours. So I called like a 70x on it. Made a decent bit of cash.
Nice.
But then I would do that on other pump funds. Like literally last night, I got showed a pump fund.
The same, eh?
Dog, this pump fund I got showed last night, and he had a narrative and everything. He convinced me to buy it. And by the way, I'm not the type of person to place blame on anyone. Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, if I
Yeah.
lose it, I lose it, right? I don't
Yeah,
give a
you're
shit.
clicking buy and sell, right?
Exactly. So I bought this at 8K, and it was a good narrative. And I'm like, all right, there's no way it could go below 8K, right? That's what you think. It's at fucking 5K today. Like,
I
what the fuck,
know.
dude? You know? So
It's very different. It's very different to when we were trading Ethereum meme coins.
right,
Ethereum
right.
meme coins, I felt like at least they had a floor
At least they had
where
like
if
maybe
you
a
got down to
million or 2 million.
50K on an Ethereum one, 50K was like, oh, I can't really go into the 40s, you know?
Yeah.
With Solana, I've had coins go.
The
I've
market
kept
cap will
some.
go negative on these pump funds.
Yeah,
Dog.
man. I've got a couple. One's minus 98 point something, and one's minus 99. Man, I've kept it there in my Bullx just to remind me. So I haven't actually got rid of it. I leave it there on purpose, so I see it. Just so I remember when I buy a coin on Ethereum on Solana, it can actually go minus 99, which is horrific, man.
Right.
So, I didn't put much into it, but still $100 into $1 in like 24 hours. Man, that's too quick. At least Ethereum, you could go to bed and see what the damage was in the morning.
You could actually go to sleep on your bags with Ethereum.
Yeah, man. I used to wake up in the morning on Ethereum and my sell limits had hit and I was in profit.
Dude. I
Look at
remember
that.
when I would comfortably go to bed on 5, 6 fresh bags. And I did
Yeah.
that every night for like a year, dude.
And you could leave it for probably 2-3 days.
Yeah, man.
You probably a week was a good amount of time on Ethereum. You let it cook for about a week. It was pretty good.
Now you can't fucking go in
Bro,
real life
hour.
without staring at your phone every 30 seconds, dude.
You're pretty much got to trade on the 1 minute chart, and you need to be locked in, and you have to be scaling out, taking profit from 2x immediately,
Yeah,
probably 1.5x almost.
right. Which, by the way, we were talking about TA a little bit before we got on the stream. And when you're looking at a lower time frame, you have a lower probability of speculating correctly. So, like, it's just the 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 odds are just stacked against you, and it's like it compounds, with each factor. Because if you're looking at the 1 minute, you're obviously not like going off of any technical patterns or anything like that. It's just
No,
you're hoping and praying, dude. And
you
hoping and
are
praying isn't a strategy. It's not a strategy.
no. That's right. So the speed at which Ethereum, I keep saying Ethereum. It's the end of my day. I'm getting sloppy now. The speed at which Solana has allowed charts to be born and consequently die is something of amazing beauty to me. If you want to learn TA, funny enough, meme coins still abide by it. They're okay, but basically, meme coins are just speed run to a certain degree. They don't obey all the rules; they obey some of them. It's better
Right.
if it lasts more than a day or two. A week or
Right.
longer is much better. But no, you're fresh. You're right. A fresh meme coin will obey very little. It's more down to insiders and stuff like that, to be honest. So the trenches at the moment, I don't know how everyone else is finding it, but I'm not really mucking around too much in the trenches, man. I'm more in a buying mood for Bitcoin and some strong altcoins and maybe some old meme coins, things like that, established more so. But even established memes are a bit of a risk at the moment, I think.
Right, man. Right. I don't own any Bitcoin. It was too large of a investment for me. Dude, my introduction was 2023, October of 2023. I come from the stock market. I traded the stock market for like 3 years before that, and I was trading options. There's a parallel trading memes and trading options because with options you can be down 100%, right? You can lose your entire initial investment, and it can happen pretty quickly. Like if you're doing same day expiry, so there's a parallel with that. With stocks, not so much, but
Yeah.
the volatility is very similar, is what I'm trying to say, with options and trading memes. And so my buddy calls me, my best friend in real life, and he goes, dude, there's a bull run coming up. I didn't even know, like, I kind of had heard of that before, but wasn't really following it, right?
Yeah.
And so it piqued my interest. And the first coin that I bought, at least the first one that I remember, was Grok on Ethereum. Let's look up Grok actually. And I just happened to get lucky, right? It just happened to be a banger. So you can see I have lines up from when I used to do TA on it. And
I remember Grok well, man. I got a couple of buddies who made a shitload on that. Shout out Lex. Lex was one of the boys. He fucking killed it on that.
Shout out Lex. So
yeah,
you can
yeah.
see
I
that
remember Grok. I didn't get Grok, but this was a beast, man.
Yeah. So I'm trying to remember. I probably bought I remember. I bought $2,500 worth at I don't know, maybe $10 million market cap. It went up to 250 million market cap the end of November. You guys can see that I was doing TA on it. And to be honest, this is why I like Ethereum memes, and I'm trying to get back into them. So if you guys have any, let me know, because I like my Solana memes, but my eyes on Ethereum memes. So
me too.
This was playing in this triangle for like a fucking year, dude. You had one, and let me get the highlighter out. I should get like a pencil for the touchscreen. You had 1 touch point, 2 touch points, 3 touch points, 4 touch points, almost 5 right there. You need 3 minimum touch points to establish a support or resistance level. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
To the downside, you have 1 touch, 2 touch, 3 touch, 4 touch, and then this is what you would call a breakout to the downside. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that support level is now, it's no longer established. It removed itself from the game. So at that point, then you look at the next levels, right? So this is an indicator that I like. It's called the Volume Profile Visible Range, VPVR. And I've found it to be the most successful on Memecoins. Okay. So you use this, you look at the right side, and it shows you where the most volume has taken place at different price points. Okay. So you see that this was a key level right here, this 3.8. Right here, you see this shelf. After that, there's very little volume below 0.0038. Okay. So you don't want that level. You don't want to lose that level because there's fucking no price action below that virtually. Okay. So right now it's in no man's land. If you're holding Grok, it's in no man's land. It's trying to find support. So I like to use this indicator a lot. Honestly, there's like no volume below that level, so I couldn't even put the next support level. So at this point, you'd be watching for a reversal pattern. But yeah, Grok was the first play I got into, and I was making YouTube videos, daily ones, just because I was excited, wanted to document. I wasn't full-time in crypto at this point, and I was documenting Grok's journey. And then I found Ponky on Solana, which launched 2 days before Christmas 2023. And I started making videos on Ponky because the artwork was dope. You could tell that there was a big team behind it. They had everything hitting, man. And so I made daily videos on Ponky for a couple months, and then was able to meet some of the guys behind it. And that was really dope too. So I've seen memes from all angles, from the trader side, from the KOL side, from team side, from marketing side, launching my own coin side. And it's, yeah, man, there's a lot that goes on. As we were talking about, this space is highly nuanced.
Yeah, man, there is a lot that goes on. And, some people have the best of intentions, and then other people have the extraction intention at heart, and that's what ends up, I guess, why some people get burnt. And don't get me wrong, some projects fall over not because of lack of effort. It's just the market it's not ready for it at that time. It doesn't want it at that time. And you can release the hottest, what you think in your head is the hottest narrative, and you got the best marketers, the best website, the fucking best dev, the best market makers, the best everything, and it can still fall over if the market at that time just does not see a desire for it.
Right.
So sometimes you can't blame coins for launching and not going well. It's not by lack of effort. That's just the risk you take.
That
And then other
happened
one,
with Calico Coin the other day. It was a perfect narrative, man. It was a perfect narrative.
Cali Coin.
So this guy, the guy that launched it, is a paraplegic, I believe a C5 paraplegic, and he launched it using his mind.
I saw it on the timeline. I heard about it. I didn't go in. That is a
Right.
good narrative. It is good. It's Providence. It's
You
first.
can't get anything better than that in my eyes, right?
Well, isn't
And
that better than AI almost? It's a human brain.
dude, and not only that, he went on a space and he talked about like his story. He was in a car accident in the early 2000s, and yeah, he drew this cat with his mind and created the coin, and it was like the first quote unquote cyborg created coin.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's the correct term or not, so don't quote me, but yeah, it's at 1.8 market cap now. Dude, it was making this beautiful bull flag, and it was holding this zone. And you know what? They went on a space. There were 1,000 people listening in, good attendance. And I top blasted it actually. I bought at 12. I bought at 12 million market cap. And it just kept losing support and losing support. And it's like, dude, that was a perfect narrative, there's no reason it should be at 1.8 million. So it's like, Craig, it's like the market we're in right now, it's not really making sense the way that it's moving.
Yeah, and I think one of the reasons why for people it seems like it's not making sense is because there's no real clear narrative that's been established. So people are forcing narratives. That's my take on it. So when Bitcoin does what it's doing right now, e.g., crabbing sideways, people get bored. They either look to hop on a narrative to boost something to get a return on it, because at the moment no one's making money on spot. Nothing's going up, right? So all your talking heads at the moment aren't making money like they normally are. So then they start to look for things that can make them money. By looking for things, they almost start to force things. So that's why you'll see narratives die out so much, because it was never organic. It was pushed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people, versus where something like Pepe came out in 22, going on 23. Everyone got behind that because it was an organic movement. There was no ringleader. There was no one paying anyone to get behind it at that stage anyway. So when things happen organically, the charts respond a lot better. And then you've got something like Jelly, which was not organic and was just a pure pump and dump. And see you later, 24 hours later, everyone got wrecked. And that's an example of people with a big following able to create narrative. And that's dangerous, because there's only so many of them. They can only carry it so long. So yeah, man, you're seeing 69 minutes here. I saw that guy up earlier today. It's a funny name. It's kind of cool.
It hit 2.5 million. Not bad.
Yeah, I didn't. That would have been a good chart to get on that first breakdown.
Elon plays are my favorite plays.
Yeah, you know what? I've never hit good on. Oh, only one. What was it I hit good on with Elon? Fuck, I can't remember what it was, but I normally get wrecked by him.
This was a play I called months ago. You see the lines because I was marking it up. I called XTV at 37K market cap. It went to 750K. So like, I don't know, 20X.
That's a nice little boost.
Yeah, man.
What's XTV?
XTV was
Pirate TV.
It was supposed to be the video section on Twitter, on X.
Sorry, yeah, right.
We're like on XTV right now as we speak, but they're just not like labeling
true.
it that anymore.
Oh, okay. I see what you're saying. So everyone's just hoping Elon would tweet that name?
And they were, and he did. So that's why you got that shoot up to 750. But it never really like officially came out. So it was just like speculation. But the guys running that coin, they were. I was in communication with them. They were doing their thing. They were doing a good job.
What's your takes on the market at the moment, or where you sort of what's got your eye?
Man, I'm in.
Anything.
Somebody asked me that today, and I told him I like Brainlit on Solana. I like Stonks on Ethereum.
Yeah.
I like Stan on Solana. I like Ponky, obviously, on Solana. Um, that's about it. Like 5 of them, right?
That's
Because
enough.
like I have a, as you can see on the left, I have a longer list than that. But if or when liquidity comes back in, it's not going to come back into fucking unicorn fuck duck 5900. It won't. It's going to come back into coins of communities that are showing up every day. And I see Stan rating Stan creates the best artwork of all meme coins I've ever seen. Like when a meme coin makes you laugh, that's when you buy it. This is not financial advice, but that's when you buy it.
It does. It certainly helps. Yeah, it certainly helps.
Yeah, man. So you really got it. You got to pick the coins where the communities are showing up, regardless of the price action. That's how you win.
Yeah, yeah. And do you when you're looking for entries on charts, are using TA for entries?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
There's exceptions where, let's say like 69 minutes. Like this is it's like a hot play. This is price action moves on one of 3 things. This is what my mentor taught me. All right. It moves on technicals, fundamentals, and breaking news. And that's any commodity, currency pair, stock, meme coin, whatever. So let's just say 69 minutes, for example. This isn't really a technical analysis type play. It's like it's a news based on tweets. If you get a tweet, it's going to fly. So it's like a breaking news play. So something like this, I'm not going to buy this at all. But like, if I was looking at it, I'd look at this level right here at 500. First of all, 500 is a round number. So, and traders are psychological. So 500, 750, 1, 2, whatever. I think that's something that a lot of meme coin traders don't really understand either. Like they'll
believe you when you say it because they realize their sell levels were usually even numbers.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why anyone who's analyzed that will start to front run everyone else's even numbers, which is what I do and you do. And when you're picking a number, you go, instead of going 750 or 700, you go 630 if you want to get close to 7, right? Something around there. Yeah.
Craig's a smart man. Everybody's going to tell you, oh, my price target's 100 million. They're selling at 90.
Definitely. Or 87.
When they tell you their price target is 10 million, they're selling at 8.5.
Correct.
That's what the big money does. Okay. Correct. So that's why you'll see charts that go up to 1 million. It doesn't really matter how hot it is. It's going to do a pullback at 1 million. It's going to, because people that picked up 1%, sub 100K, they bought it for like a couple $100. Mm-hmm. Now that 1% is $10,000. So they're going to take profit. So, and it happens at every level. It goes 1. Next level I'd look at is 5, and then 10, 20, 100, billion. Yeah. So, I have a feeling I'm going to go off on tangents a lot when we do these videos. And
it will. And what you just explained there is one of the reasons
why somebody would clip these up and like create clips for us. That'd be sick.
I want AI to be able to clip my clips, basically, to cut it up, man. I don't know. Is anyone out there useful? Does anyone using AI to cut up their clips yet, man?
Here it is, Craig. Here it is.
Just to get it done quick, hey?
Yeah, I remember this. It's called Opus AI. It does that.
Okay, cool.
So you drop in one long video and it cuts up 10 viral clips. And it even does captions.
How does it decide what to cut?
Yeah, I think you might have to prompt it a little bit.
Okay. That's cool though. I mean, prompting's fine.
But it's probably a lot more time effective than fucking doing it by hand.
Yeah,
man. To your original question, something like this, it's not so much of a TA play for me, but I'm still watching 500K, and I hate to do this, but I'm going to go on the 1 minute chart.
It does tell you a little bit though. I do it.
So right now you have a neckline at 1.2 million, 1.3 million. That's the neckline. So I'm watching so I'm watching two levels. I'm watching 500 as support, and I'm watching 1.28 as resistance.
Yeah.
What I want, let's say I entered here. This wouldn't be a bad entry. Don't do it like unless you make up your own mind.
Yeah,
But
bottom half of the channel still slightly though.
yeah, exactly. So it could easily fall. But I'm watching this level for old resistance to become new support. So I'm watching for a breakthrough, retest, continuation. And I'm watching that. This will be fun to see if it plays out. I want to see a spike in volume
Yeah.
simultaneously. All right. So every time you're watching for a breakout, you got to see a surge in volume. If you don't, that breakout is most likely going to fail. Not every time, but 90% of the time, a breakout without volume is a false breakout.
Yep.
So yeah, so that's what I'd watch on something like this.
And do you bother with any plays like, I suppose your timing, your entry, yeah, it's tricky. This is tricky. Do you bother getting into altcoins like Solana to run up rather than using it to gamble on meme coins? Do you spot hold Solana on, if you got in early enough or something like that? Would you?
I don't personally, but I've traded it. I've traded Solana on leverage like 5x, 10x.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, because, and we can go over there too. I got trading view right here. Because trading Solana it's going to be a lot easier than trading Solana meme coins.
Yes, it is. It
Like
moves a lot
tremendously
cleaner, man.
easier.
It's way cleaner.
So, okay, I thought it would have had my lines up, but in any case, let me see.
Yeah, Solana's been a nice ride this run.
Okay, yeah, I've done like extensive TA on this. So got the RSI. So the RSI, it's relative strength index. So it's showing you if something is overbought or oversold. So basically, and this one has a moving average built into it, so that's kind of cute. Basically, when the purple line is at 50, that's neutral. So it's neither oversold nor overbought. If it's 70 and above, that means it's overbought, and you're likely to see a pullback. So exactly what happened right here. And this is called bearish divergence from here to here. So, oh man, it was funny. Somebody on Twitter tried to call me out a few weeks ago when I said there was bullish divergence on this chart, and he's like, "You can't draw lines through a candle," and it's like, dude, I can, trust me. Like me and Craig were talking about how TA it's an art form, but there are certain fundamentals you have to follow. So like this, for example, this is the weekly chart for Solana. It went from 124 to $209, which is a 66% move. In that same time frame, the RSI actually went down. It went from 87 to 85. All right. So that's hidden bearish divergence. If it was the inverse, you would have hidden bullish divergence. And so when you have stuff like that, you're likely to see a pullback. And then also the RSI was 80, 86, 85. So you're overbought on the RSI.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's what I see.
Yeah. Yeah, I play those much the same. Yeah, me myself as a trader, I sort of got into the, for those who don't know, I got into crypto in 21. I was looking at it before then. I had bought Bitcoin in 10 years before that probably, but 21 or 8 years before that, whatever it was.
Wow.
So I was early, man, but I was using it as a currency, not as a not a store of value. I wish I had held it as a store of value. Fuck. But everyone's got one of those stories, man. But long story short, so I came into the market in February 21, and I just got into spot buying. Basically, obviously, I didn't come into the market and go for leverage trading, thank God. So I just went in and bought spot Bitcoin and Solana, and you weren't here in 21, but the big meta back then was like what do you call it? Like Player One, Ready Player One, the metaverse. that was like the buzzword in 21. Everything was the metaverse, and buying land was the big thing. So you had coins like Decentraland and Sandbox and all those sorts of
I remember Sandbox.
Sandbox. Yeah, bro. They did 10 to 50 X's, so I just bought spot and then felt like a genius that year. But what happened was obviously the bear market came quicker than I thought. And this is what happened to most first time traders is you'll find that the bear market comes a lot quicker than you think. And that's one of the reasons why I put the post out today on X saying, I don't think this is the top, because in my experience in the bull run, man, the top definitely didn't feel like the top. Like so much so, man, you leave hundreds of thousands of dollars on the table, which I did. So that's why when I look at the market at the moment, I look at the sentiment, I look at the timeline, I look at how I'm feeling, how the coins have traded, TA charts, blah, 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 blah.
No, this is great, Craig. This is awesome.
It lends itself to me to say it's not the top. And that's mostly based on well, it's quite data based, but also sentiment based. And just reflecting back to the 21 bull run, man, I can tell you now the top did not feel like the top. And the other reason why a good litmus test is at the top, if you go and put a tweet out or a post, if you call it that now, and say this is the top, you'll get about 1,000 responses telling you you're an idiot. Aggressively, like quite aggressive. If you do that now, it'll be lukewarm. So, some will agree with you, meaning for me, I just don't see it yet. I know some people are, and look, and don't get me wrong, to everyone listening here, it could be the top. It could be, but we work with probabilities here. So looking at Bitcoin, man, we could sit in a sideways chop here for as long as it takes, man. And the longer it chops sideways, the more people are going to say that was the top. But the longer it chops sideways, probably the more unlikely it won't break down. If it just holds that level, 89 to 91 is pretty good. It does tap the those couple of wicks down. I think they tapped 89. But nothing, it's just trading in a channel, man. Unfortunately, it's about a $20,000 channel. So it's 80. Well, actually, I don't think it's unfortunate. I like it. It's 89 to 109. That's your channel. So, I put up a post the other day, and at the top of the channel, we're so back, and at the bottom, it's so over. And if you watch on the timeline, every time it hits the top of the bottom of a channel, go and look at the Twitter timeline, and yeah, man, it's crazy. And the funny thing is, it just keeps bouncing between there, and people act like we're breaking out. We're breaking out. The thing is, the problem is we don't have a breakout till it breaks all-time high now.
Yeah.
Which is why this part of the bull run, I find the hardest to trade, because we have no historical data on price above. So to trade,
blue skies,
bro, it's even where we are now, we've only got 3 months of it. So for me as a trader who uses TA, I've got very little data to base my analysis on, other than what you can see right here, which has only been going since the end of November. So anyone that says they know where this is going is full of shit, dude. They've only seen this for 3 months. Yes, you can, don't get me wrong, you can predict, but no one knows. Me, myself, I think we're going higher, but I think we possibly will have to go back down. But I don't want that to happen, because if that happens, man, alts are going to, and memes are going to get decimated. And where you are now, but that 77 to 79 is where I wouldn't be surprised if market makers wouldn't mind taking it down there for liquidity sweep, bro. But don't get me wrong. Part of the trader's journey is to plan for events, have a plan, and then execute. So my plan is, if it dips down to that level, bro, I've got to man up, grab my balls, and buy. Obviously, a percentage allocation. So I sold the top on Bitcoin. I sold 30% at 109. I sold the top of Solana. This is not me saying I'm the man. I'm just saying I scaled out, and I suggest everybody do that who's listening. If you're in Bitcoin and Solana, it's going to be very hard to buy bottoms or sell tops. I suggest selling a DCA in as it dips and scale out as it pumps. And that way your average sell will probably be pretty good, and your average buy will probably be pretty good. Because I don't know what other people are like out there, but it's really hard to time bottoms and time tops. Because as I said, and interesting enough, I actually put a tweet out which got crazy engagement. When I sold the top, I put a tweet out saying I sold 10%. I actually tell a lie. It was actually ended up being closer to 30. I went on that night and I sold another 20%. It was an interesting tweet. I got quite a lot of favorable responses, which is quite a mature response, but also I think told me it's not the top. Because at the top, if I put a tweet up like that, bro, I'm going to get assassinated. But it was actually quite, hey, well done, Craig. Well done for scaling out. Quite lovely. So, but I put it on the timeline because I just wanted to show people that there's no shame in selling. And I think there's a shame culture with selling that shouldn't be there. And I don't like the fact I don't like the fact. I think it's risky for people to try and sell the top, because I tried that in 21, man, and I didn't go so well. So the lessons I learned was buy slowly. Don't put in all your money on dips, because the dip can keep dipping. And that's why this dip that just recently happened, where we wicked down to 91 and everyone lost their minds and altcoins shat the bed. I said to people, it's all right to scale a bit in here. And don't get me wrong, I bought some at 91 on Bitcoin, but I still kept a lot of money on the sideline, dude, because I'm aware that, and this is what happened in 21, the dip went about 5 times back in 21. So if you had blown all your money in the first dip, bro, it was horrific to watch the next 4 dips. It hurt so bad. Oh, and then you had to hold the coins 5-6 months. So my advice to people, if you've got money on the sideline, just scale in slow, take your time, man. There's no rush, and wait for a bottom to form as well. As Jackson, you're probably well aware of, you can actually wait for bottoms to form and then confirmation of the trend reversal. So you don't have to try and time bottoms. You can wait for confirmation. The sacrifice you make is a percentage of profits, but you also probably protect yourself from downside. So if you're cautious, wait for the reversal to be confirmed. You might not get 10%, but do you really care, man? Like, on a 300% move, does 10% really put you off? I don't think it should.
Right. But people get antsy and they get
They want
greedy.
the best entries and they want the P&L to go on there. They want to share the P&L on for clicks, I think, is what that is.
Right. This will be interesting. We're going to watch this in real time. So,
oh, cool. You got it up. Yeah.
Just a few minutes ago, I established support and resistance.
Right
now, it's breaking below support. That was that 500 level that I wanted to see act as support. But if the market doesn't want it, the market doesn't want it. That's why I like TA, man, because I'm able to you organically block out everything else that is immaterial to your trade thesis. By the way, dude, there's like 300 people watching right now, so thank you to everybody tuning in. I didn't expect so many people to tune in, but
no, I mean, we didn't even advertise this, dude. We just jumped straight in. So good on everyone for just seeing it and jumping on. Yeah, I got 175 there, so we're up in the 500-600. I don't know what the other YouTube and all that has, but that's on X.
Yeah, I'm having fun, man. This is dope. So we're gonna watch this in real time. It's catching a bid right now. See, this is honestly, this actually could be a good play because Elon, I don't think he was joking when he said he'll fund a show called 69 Minutes. And so that was only 2 hours ago. Like, he could very well talk about that in 3 hours, tomorrow, whatever. So
he might do. Actually. He can probably tweet about that again for sure.
Like, I wouldn't put it past him to actually bring something like this to fruition. So
no, he seems to like messing with people and putting money towards things that no one would even think was possible.
Yeah, he's great, man. I think
I'm a big fan.
He's a net positive. He's a perfect example of, like, he's the most influential figure in the world. So obviously there's going to be people saying good things and bad things and people trying to smear his name. But at the end of the day, I try and see people as are they a net positive or are they a net negative? And I think he's a net positive. You know, um, he's not pump fun, which is definitely a net negative on the space. But this will be fun to see if it gets a bid right here. Uh, yeah, man.
Yeah, it'll be good for people to see that if it comes to fruition. It does sometimes. Sometimes you see good rejections off those levels, and then other times they'll just go to hell to die from there.
Especially lately with Solana, for sure.
Yeah, it's pretty much speed run to zero at the moment. What was the runners today? Was that one of the runners? Was it? That probably what? Yeah, that's pretty good actually. Yeah,
It hit 2.5 million.
not bad, not bad. If you're in early, that's a fucking sweet one, dude.
So for people watching, if you guys are less experienced than I am, I don't know how experienced you guys are. I've been trading memes for like a year and a half straight. When you look at a coin, yeah, you want to look at patterns, but you also want to look at distribution. So on Dex Screener, hopefully you guys can see this clearly. This is my first stream with this setup. You go to holders and it will show you the top holders. And so what I do, so this first one is the liquidity pool on Radium. Okay, so there's 6% left on Radium. All right, that's not an actual person. That's just a liquidity pool. So I'm going to look at number 2 and I'm going to see what they did. This guy bought $11,000 worth and he sold 0. Okay, the guy has high conviction. And I'm going to check every top 10 holder. This guy has been trading the crap out of it. He bought $40,000 worth and he sold 34,000. He lost $7,000 on a low cap Solana play. Hopefully he can afford it. So I'm just going down the list. What I want to see, this isn't a play I'm like seriously interested in, by the way. I'm just using this as an example. But what I want to see if I'm considering a play, I want all top 10 holders. I want the majority of their transactions buys. I don't want to see a lot of sells with the top 10 holders, especially if it was launched a few hours ago or a few days ago.
Yeah.
So I don't know, Craig, if what you look at in terms of holders. What do you look at, dog?
Yeah, I'm similar to you. I'll look at top holders. Like you said, distribution's important. So I will look at that, and like you just said, I'll have a look at what their habits are. Not so much prior, but in that token at the moment, like you just said, are they holding? Are they selling? If they're busy DCAing out and they're top holders, it sometimes is better just to wait for those guys to fuck off if they're scaling out quite aggressively. If there's a big chunky whale there, say with 10%, and he's selling on every pump, you're probably better waiting because he's just going to suffocate it. So I'll check that out. Check to see if holders are going up over time. I'll check the chart. I'll check the socials just to make sure they're engaged, they're tweeting, they're active. Sometimes, back in the day, I'll check the Telegram. I find that a bit less important now.
Right.
Than I used to. Back in the day with Ethereum coins, you definitely had to go in the Telegram, man, to see what the sentiment was. Now I don't think people even bother joining the Telegram, man. I think it's so fast these days, people don't bother. You might only be in a coin for a minute. So why are you going to join the Telegram? So I don't know if that's such a big thing now.
I was never a huge fan of the Telegram anyway. So
nah, neither, bro. It's a pretty bad place.
It's where people go to complain and blame other people.
Correct, and it's just where scammers go and drain the links are. It's pretty bad there, bro. What else? And then what else? The other things that probably comes into mind is just the actual idea of it. What it is, whether I think it has cultural relevance, and also perhaps who's talking about it.
Right.
And what I mean by that is if all the top dogs are already talking about it, then no. Wait for a big pullback then. I mean, if you've got all, your Wizard of Soho and all your, the guys with 500,000 followers that chill coins, if they're calling on their timeline on X, you're too late. Way too late. And at that point, what I mean by too late is you're probably better waiting for the dump. If you're really bullish on it, wait for the pullback and then enter, versus top blasting like that. So yeah, that's some of the things I'd look at. Admittedly, I haven't really got real duty in the trenches for months, man. Not proper. Mainly because I found the memes just really lacking any creativity. The AI, meta that went for a while, I found was just a bunch of pseudo intellectual bullshit mostly. By people trying to sound like they've got a grasp on tech when they're just shilling meme coins, bro. And they've got insider information because they've got such a big following that they're incentivized to shill it to their $50,000 to $100,000 fans, right? So there's games within games within games. So I've been basically either buying or DCAing into more established memes like probably Pepe and Mog, and then just scaling into Bitcoin, man. I'm for me at the moment, I'm of the mind frame or the mindset that we're in about the third quarter of the bull run. I think we've been in a bull run since 23. So some people think the bull run's just starting. Maybe they're right. I don't know, man. But Bitcoin's done what, a 5x since the bottom. You could probably call that a bull run, man. 6x. Bitcoin's done a 6x from the bottom. I don't know how much more you want from it. Does it go 10x? Maybe. But if you asked me back when it was 16K, if I would take 109,000, bro, yeah, man. Yeah, super keen. I'd lock that in, Eddie. So
darn near 7x.
Yeah, so bro, that's fantastic on a monster coin with a market cap that large. Yeah, man, we're in a bull run. Definitely. So I think we've probably got this year left. It could go on, man. It actually really, for me, depends on how long Bitcoin crabs sideways. For me, the longer it travels sideways, the more extended the run goes. So we kind of just have to take. For me, I'm the kind of person that I make a plan. I look at the probabilities, and as they change, I try not to have a bias, and I try to be flexible in what the chart's telling me. And when the chart tells me to sell, I'll sell. And if it tells me to buy, I'll buy, and I'll just go by that rather than listening to people. Most people don't know what's going on any better than we do.
Correct. And they're just talking their book. This is a point I want to really get across here. When I first heard this term, it was like, yeah, man, that's true. So I can't always articulate myself that well, but on Twitter, everybody is just trying to speak into existence what they want to happen. Correct. It's not like they researched it and like they know what's going to happen. Like, so just because somebody has a lot of followers, they have 100,000 followers, it doesn't mean their opinion has more weight than somebody with 33. It's like they're just hoping if they have a big old bag of Pepe, they want to see that thing 10x. So they're gonna hype it up. They're gonna talk about it. And I do the same thing. I think we all do it to a certain extent.
Absolutely, man. I mean, we all. I don't talk. Oh no, I do TAs on coins I don't own these days, but that's obviously because I get engagement from it, so it's worth doing, I suppose, in some ways. But it also gives me practice. But yeah, certainly most of the things I talk about, I've got an investment in, because if I'm talking about it, I probably see potential. I guess most people aren't going to go on the timeline and talk a lot about what they don't think will go well.
Right. And one of the things that I do is I'll search the ticker in Twitter and I'll go to top posts first. So like this one, this is just an example. I want to reiterate, I'm not in this one. I'm not like seriously considering it. But if I was, I would search hashtag 69 minutes. Hashtag because there's like 8 characters or 9 characters. So I want to see, first of all, I want to see who's talking about it. I want to see what they're saying. I want to see what the engagement is. I gauge social sentiment off of that. And if you've been on Twitter long enough, you start to learn, okay, this guy calls these types of plays. This guy calls those types of plays. And dude, if you start to pick that up, that's a whole lot of alpha right there. Because like Craig said, if so-and-so at 500K followers already tweets it, you're too late. You had to have already been in that play or wait for a pullback.
Like that's your exit, that tweet.
That is, yes. It's like, hopefully you were already in and you can start taking profit now.
Because if you've got a person with a massive following tweeting, if you're not selling there, you're obviously not selling because you think there's a bigger catalyst or a bigger account will shill that account. You've got to ask yourself what the actual likelihood of that is.
Yeah, because all the big accounts, they are coordinated with
Yeah,
their posting. They post at
correct.
the same exact time. It's all planned. Every part of it is planned. There's very little organic coins that I witness, you know.
Agreed.
They exist, but I don't.
No, I totally agree.
After you've seen some things behind the scenes, it's like difficult to take things as organic as much, you know.
Yeah. No, cool. How's that coin going? Is it dumped below?
It's holding this level. Maybe I
Oh,
should
yeah,
just
you're
stay
on
on
it. Yeah,
this
yeah, it's
screen.
holding. And it can do that for quite some time.
It's holding this level. So I think a point that I started, but I went on another point was I like TA because uh, the chart is a graphical representation of market participants' sentiment towards that asset. That is what a chart is painting. Okay.
Mhm.
So when people say, like, oh, I don't believe in TA doesn't work, you don't have to believe in it. It is already painting what the buyers and sellers are doing and how they feel towards that asset. And
Correct.
so I take that information, and a lot of times I don't need to see, oh, did you know this person talked about it? And did you hear the drama about this? It's like, no, I don't need to. I saw it on the chart, you know? So
That's
I can
true.
zoom in on what I feel comfortable with, and I don't have to, you know, keep up with I don't know,
With
the
the
bullshit.
timeline as much almost, eh? Yeah. And that's what I use the chart for. The chart's the ultimate guide to sentiment anyway. Yep.
Right. Right. Like, and it's just showing you it's showing you what people believe this thing will do in the future. So all price action is like, how do I say this? The price that this coin is at right now, 530K, that's not that's what people believe that it's going to be valued at in the future. That's not what they believe it's valued at right now. And if you
Yeah.
understand this, you understand the meme coin game. Meme coins run off of hype. I can't say this so much for other coins like that
Mhm.
actually do something, but meme coins run off of hype. So the people that are buying right now, they're expecting a 2x. They're expecting a 5x. They're expecting a 10x. The people that are getting in now. Okay, the people that are selling now, they obviously are either cutting their losses or they don't see a future in it. But it's always a speculation into the future of, do I think there will be buyers at a higher level to buy my bag when I sell? So,
Correct.
so you're not seeing. This is not saying people think 69 minutes is worth 521 right now. They don't care about what it's worth right now. They're saying, I think this will be worth X in the future. That's why you saw so many AI projects that were LARPs, but they still went to high market caps because people believed the hype that turned out to be a phantom, right? So coins run off of hype, man. And that if you can stir up hype, you can send anything in the world.
That's
It,
exactly right. And if you've got the right people behind it doing it, yeah, you can send it pretty high, especially in a bull run.
and right. And yeah, sending a meme coin is man, we could talk about so much. Sending a meme coin is identical to going viral on social media. This is something I've said like so many times. If you understand how to go viral on TikTok or YouTube or LinkedIn, whatever, that's exactly how a coin goes viral in the meme coin space. Because uh, you're just trying to get eyeballs on your project, which is attention, and then you want people to emotionally resonate with it, and then that's when they buy in, and then they talk about it, and then it creates a flywheel effect where the price just goes up and up until the hype runs out. um, this one, yeah, we're gonna watch this one. We're gonna see what happens. The people that are holding this coin are basically hoping that Elon talks about this in the future. That's the narrative of this coin. It's very simple. It's an Elon play. So it's also funny. I mean, that's funny. But yeah, we're gonna check out. We're gonna see what happens here. It'd be funny if Elon tweeted it on the stream. All right, so it looks like Craig had to bounce, so we're gonna watch this for a little bit more, and then we'll call it. But this was fun, man. This was a lot of fun. We'll continue watching the 69 minutes meme coin on Solana. Dope, dope. That was awesome, man. That was awesome, Craig. So stoked to have you, man. Thank you for coming on. Appreciate you, brother. So we're gonna watch this a little bit more. I'm gonna figure out how I can look at comments. Maybe I'll have to get another monitor. Let's see. Dope, dope. 69 minutes. It's at 470, 460K market cap. We're going to see if that support holds. If it doesn't hold, that's cool too. Here's Bitcoin right here. All-time high, 107K. And then you have support at this 91K level. So those are the levels that I'm looking at with Bitcoin. 91K as support, and then 107K as resistance. If I was bullish, which I'm neither bearish nor bullish right now at the moment because there's not enough data, but if I was bullish, I'd want to see a break above 107 on coinciding volume. If I was bearish, I'd like to see a break below 91K on coinciding volume. So there's always money to be made, long or short. It doesn't matter. Bear market, bull market, there's always money to be made. And this space is the easiest space to manifest whatever you want into your life. Scottie Pippen is hilarious, man. Look, we got AI analyzing coins, AI trading agent on Wave. Pretty dope. Confidence level 8 out of 10. Interesting. Looks like it's breaking down, but in any case, you have Bitcoin with support at 91K, resistance at 107K. The next level below that is 73K, as shown by this price level right here, which is the top of the flagpole for the flag that started its flagpole in March of 2024. Like Craig said, Bitcoin is up almost a 7x since its recent low of 16K. So not a bad move. Not a bad move at all. We're going to watch and see what happens with 69 minutes. I don't hold a bag. I'm not seriously looking at it. We're just looking at it hypothetically. Next stream, I'm going to have the chat up so you guys can tell me if you want me to look at something or do technical analysis on a coin, anything like that. You can just hit me live on the stream. Let's see. Yeah, I'll figure that out eventually, though. If it loses 400, we're going to end the stream. Let's see what happens. Make sure to follow Craig on Twitter at Craigscoinpurse. A wealth of information, that guy is. Super good dude. At Craigscoinpurse. Give him a follow. He has great takes on the market, great attitude. Good resource to have in the space. It's got to be a way I can see. I just set up a Twitch account today. We're live. Dope. Yeah, I think I'll get a second monitor. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Cool. This one has lost support, and that's why we draw the support and resistance levels. So if I was in this play, I'd be out at this point because it has lost support and it's no longer forming an Adam and Eve or double bottom pattern. Bummer too, because 69 minutes was a fantastic coin. Thank you guys for tuning in. I'll see you for the next stream. This was True Alpha. My peace be upon you.